pretty hard. Let's see. Load the game. Get after it. 39 hours we've been playing on this level. 3 hours at a time. Maybe a little bit more on occasion. But we're getting there. We are just building the hell out of stuff at this point. So that's kind of the stuff that we're after. Build, 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 and build. More building. Wow, we loaded in pretty quick today. I still don't know anything on the update or anything that's coming up. Don't have any new news. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? We got some food. We need some food and water. That's something we got to get. We do need to be making some batteries. Do we have some more ammo? We need to make some ammo too. Yeah, I think we need to make some ammo. What do we have? We need some buggy bugs. Some buggy bugs are good, and we need some picklers. We got more buggy bugs. Holy cow. Look at all the buggy bugs we got. We need pickler. Or prickler. Not pickler. Prickler. I'm gonna need to make some ammo. Okay, let's get some prickler stuff. We got a lot of... We took a bunch of stuff yesterday so we can make more intermediate building material and can make some more quartz building material. Because we can do teleporters now. And so we definitely want to be able to do that. We need to do some food, though. We've got a bunch of bugs. So we need to run out here and grab the pricklers, which are kind of like prickly pears, to be honest. That's kind of what they are. And we're going to come out here and grab them real quick. I don't remember when our last rupture was, so I'm not sure when we're getting another one. But we're gonna get some food sorted because we definitely need that, or we're not gonna be able to do a bunch of the stuff that we need to do today. The running around, we're always gonna be hungry, or we're gonna have issues that way. So we'll just bebop around here in the very beginning of this journey. We'll grab a bunch of these pricklers, and we'll make ourselves a bunch of the hydrogel stuff for the nutrition gel. Which does both hydration and calories. So you build up both, and you don't have to have a bunch of separate items for all of them. Ooh, come on, you little freaks! Get out of here, losers! Guess we'll keep our rifle out. Just to make sure we're not going to get wackadoodled in the back of the head by a bunch of goofy little bugs. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, shit. What is a yawn for? It is like noon my time. What am I yawning for? Okay. We do... Get the energy. I got a single player game, and I've been able to stack shield and health. So we max shield 30, recharge. So we actually have spots for 2 lem items, or pieces, or controls, or whatever the hell you want to, chips. It feels weird to call them like a chip, like I'm putting them in my head or something. You don't really explain that very well. Like what is it? That's okay. I'm sure they explain it the lore, and I'm just not paying attention to it because I'm not reading it. We don't really need to go that way. Let's go this way. I think there are more prickler items this way. Okay, we we have some base upgrade stuff that we need to do. Like we gotta pump up the rookie numbers here, because we're gonna be using a whole, I mean, like, I'm talking like a ton of these. So in my single player game, I am several tech levels and whatnot above where we are here in this game. And I've put like 60 hours into that game. So I've got a few extra hours. And we are going to run... What the hell is up with my freaking yawning? We are going to run into some problems with some of the future items that we need to do. Like, we're going to run into some big problems. We do not have the systems in place to handle the amount, and I'm talking like the ridiculous amount of tubes, titanium housings, stators, rotors that we are going to be needing when we get to some of those higher items. Like, you need, like, I mean, and rods, oh my goodness. I probably should take all of that right there and just make a base for nothing but rods. Scott, welcome! Because as we get going in further in the game, the amount of rods that you need are... it borders line on obscene, to be honest. And I didn't realize this. Like I said, my single player game, I'm a couple of tech levels above. I do have the Forgotten Engine dud. I'm glad you could join, Scott. I am. Finally get some time during the day. That's cool. That's nice. To be honest, though, if it's been a long time, you probably should go do something else other than watch me. But I appreciate you spending that time with me today. Rods are a huge thing that you're going to need lots of. Tubes are a huge thing you're going to need lots of. What else is there that you're going to need a ton of? What else is there? There's... pretty much all of your basic items, you're going to need a ridiculous amount of all of your basic items. It doesn't even matter. The chemicals, you need a ton of chemicals, because the chemicals are used in not only making some of the sulfuric acid, which you're going to need. Whoa! I thought when I first did this base that was over there, over the hill there, Scorpio, welcome. When I did this base over here, and I figured that this right here would be all of the sulfuric acid that I would need. This is not enough. I'm just going to put that out right now. That is not enough. You need so much, and every spot where you see there's helium-3, you're going to need it all in the future as you pump up and expand your production lines. Hey, sweet. I'm always here for the Gen X crew. Always. So when you're... I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it, honestly, until last night. I got done with my 7 Days to Die stream, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go poke around in my game, my StarRupture game, and I'm just going to take a look at a couple of the additional levels that we're going to get to on the stream. And I'm just going to see what it's going to take, what the difficulty is going to be. You know, are we going to run into some big problems? Are we going to have to do some complete overhauls? What do we got coming? And let me tell you, overhauls are coming. We're, as much as I would like to think that I've got it, you know, a pretty good setup. And for all honesty, we have a fairly good setup in the game where we're at. What I didn't realize, though, is that it is obscene. That's the only way that I can put it. It is absolutely through the roof, the amount of rods, titanium housings, tubes chemicals that you're going to need when you get to those 10, 11, 10, 11 tier items that the corporations want. There's so many different items that require those basics to be built. You can't have enough of it. Larry, welcome. You just can't get enough of those things because you're gonna have to ship them around. There really isn't a base size that you're just going to be able to pass around all of the items in the right spots. Maybe there is, in my mind, just doesn't turn that way, which is always very possible. But when I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's no way that you could just go out here and set up a big fat parking lot and then run all of your stuff around the outside. You're going to have to ship in. So much stuff, and that takes time. And there's your problem: is the receivers that you dispatch stuff up and you're sending it to the little receivers. Every single trip that makes, it takes time. You can send multiple receiver or multiple, what do they call them? Let me get the terms right. So dispatcher. You can set up multiple dispatchers to deliver to a single receiver. So you can do that, and that does work. But if you don't put at least a depot version 2 after your cargo receiver, so that it can keep bringing it in and stacking it here for use as you're going through the process of building things, it can't keep up on its own, I guess is what I'm saying. The receiver only has 3 slots to hold material with, and you only can hold 100 at a time. So 100 at a time, and you have 4 machines that are receiving that material. It doesn't keep up. That's one thing I definitely found out. Is it just one receiver cannot keep up if you're trying to feed 4 machines if you don't have storage like this. So the receiver is getting the items in, and then you put a storage afterwards. So when you go to do it, if you don't front load, you disconnect what you're sending in. You let it come in and it fills up your storage depot, right? In this case, I've only got a version 1, but it lets me get 400 in there and another 2 full 100 in here and some change. So you get, 600 and some change that's stored up, ready to go. Then you connect it, okay? And if you don't front load your machines, which if you don't understand front loading is you turn the machine off, or you don't do your connections first, and then you come in and you select the product you're trying to build, and then you put 100 of the items that it needs to use. Okay, so you front load your machine, and then you either turn your machine on or you do the connection so that it can start using the stuff. And the reason that works is because it uses 1, 1, 2, and 2, right? This 4 items are easier to shoot down your rail lines and faster to refill than if I'm trying at the very beginning to do 400 items while they're all being used at the same time to create more product. So your system, the second you plug these things in, right, and then you come through and select, okay, I'm making this, you select it, start this, select it, start, and you do that. Now you're needing 800. Now let's see, 100 to 400 there, 400 there. You need 1,600 items to go down these rails and through the production line and be made from the back side. This whole production line has to come through and feed 1,600 items just to get started. If you front load your machine, it doesn't have to do that. All it has to do is send 1, 2, 3, onesies and twosies, and your whole production line will work more efficiently. If you build in some buffers or storage, here I'm making, these are stabilizers. So here I'm making stabilizers and I'm feeding storage. So in this case, these are all version 1s. So I'm sitting on 1,600 stabilizers that would be able to feed, I'd be able to feed these, right? That makes it easier for my machines to keep up when there's a constant production going on. And you're going to reach a point where there's going to be a constant production. I was concerned when I first got going. I'm like, okay, so we make all these items and we're storing them, but we're not using them. Well, no, you're going to use them. It's just you don't see it initially. There are 2 more items here, a compounder and an assembler, that we don't have on our system yet to make. And those items make, everything that those items make are coming from these items. So it basically, I thought it kind of went like this. No, it really goes like this. But it's spaghetti in between it. So it's not clear until you get up to the higher levels, the 10 and 11, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. When you get up to the corporate level, corporate terminal here, will show you. Right now we're level 9, level 7, level 8, level 9, level 10, right? So what it takes to make a pump is like 4 items. And I'll show you here in a minute. But here, to get to these things, man, it takes a lot. Oh, okay, these guys go up to 13. 11. Valve, to do a valve takes 4 different items, and all 4 of those items have to be made. There's no raw item that comes into the valve. So in your whole base system in the whole world, you're already making those items, and then you have to ship it to make valves. Interesting fact, though, is valves take a nozzle. Guess what? Nozzles are needed here. So you need nozzles there. Then you come here to the assembler. Guess what a turbine needs? I'll give you one guess. A nozzle. So, you're using a lot of that stuff to try to build up those big items. Let's see. And like I said, I'm missing 2 of the machines, the compounder and the assembler. We haven't even got to those yet. And there's a whole lot more items that go into that. So I guess what? We're going to get a rupture. Alrighty, go back inside. So yeah, if you think like, if your brain works like mine, I'm thinking, I've got all this extra product sitting here and I'm not using any of it. And I think I'm not going to use it. The game doesn't give you a very good, clear picture of what it's going to look like when you get to the higher tiers. I used to think that there was way too much raw material out in the world, and I'm starting to come to the thought process that there's not enough, because I'm about to go set up a base that literally is like nothing but rods, and another base that is nothing but tubes and titanium housings, and another place that is making nothing but powder, wolfram powder and wolfram wire, because you're going, and then I'm going to just have to ship it to different areas that are making these things, because it is, wow. Yeah. I'm glad that I'm playing my own single player game that's got me a little bit further ahead than this multiplayer or this stream. Because now I can see, I'm like, oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We've done better during the streams than we have in the single player game. So we're not in horrible trouble, but we're still going to be tearing down whole bases. I wanted to avoid that. I really did. I just don't think there's going to be a way we're going to get away from it. Because you just need so much of some of these items that you have to send in so many different places. There's not a way where one location is really going to be able to handle it. Our nozzle base probably will be okay. Our nozzle base is definitely very large. Oops, you know what I didn't make? I needed to make that food. Where is my food processor? Do I not have one here? I don't have a food processor here. Okay. So, yeah, that nozzle base probably is going to be fine. It makes a lot of nozzles. But the rest of our bases, they are not even remotely going to be able to handle the amount of stuff that they're going to need to be able to create. Not even close. Like the chemicals, no, we're not. The synthetic silicon that we need to make is not going to be enough. You have to make a ton of synthetic silicon, and you have to make a ton of these inductors. These inductors right here are used in 4 different items, and so these 4 little furnaces are not going to create enough to keep these inductors feeding our intermediate materials building, the what are these things? Electronics, and the other 2 items that we've got coming in the future. And again, then these chemicals, these 4 pieces right here for chemicals, are not going to be able to hold up what we need chemicals for. So there's a couple of items here that we're either going to have to redo these bases, or we're going to have to pull some of the stuff away from this base and go make it somewhere else in order to have more room to build the items that we need. It's just an unfortunate deal. Like these measly 4 furnaces trying to create the synthetic silicon is not gonna, no, it's not gonna work. And the reason I say that is because you've got that there. Well, what goes into it? You've got to make calcium powder, and then you've got to make ceramics. Well, what does it take to make ceramics? More calcite. So you've got calcium powder, calcite sheets, just to get that done, and it takes 2 of both. If you're using any of these materials anywhere else, you're not going to have enough of it. And the helium's easy enough. The helium you can just bring in. That's easy enough. But you've got to get a helium base set up where it is pumping out a lot of helium, and you have it as soon as you get the drones to be able to ship things back and forth. Basically, you're just going to take, we're going to go look at it too. I don't think these are going to work here. We're going to have to venture up to here, and the map is messed up, but there are 2 helium items here and not wolfram. So we're going to have to go sit on these if we don't have it done yet. Where is some more helium? There's some helium over here somewhere too. Not 100% sure where. So yeah, we don't have a lot of this area explored. We've got to find a lot of stuff and create some other smaller bases. Wild Wolf, welcome. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the share. Appreciate that big time. So yeah, we got some work to do. I want to do the batteries today because I think I can do the batteries right here. Where's a mega press? Do I have a mega press in here? I don't have a mega press here. We got to do, let me plop down a mega press really quick just so that I can verify the battery. Okay, so we have inductors here. We make electronics here. We've got to bring in the sulfuric acid. Okay, so we're going to put the batteries right here. Yeah, right? Yeah, so we've got the electronics there. The inductors are right back there. We just have to bring in the sulfuric acid. So we'll be all right. We'll be okay. So we're going to put batteries right here, I think. Let me go over here and to the other base real quick. Batteries aren't overly hard. Batteries are way easier than nozzles. Nozzles are ridiculous. I need to take some of that stuff down. We're trying to... I've run through and passed a bunch of stuff that I've just left, like the OCLs up. And I'm going to need to take the OCLs down so that I can put in items to... get the name right. Get the name right. The dispatcher. I can get the dispatchers working the right way. I need the food one. Yes, this one here. So one of the best foods in the game, I haven't unlocked it yet, is Nutrigel. 40 calories, 50 hydration. It just takes Grubbler and Pricklers. But apparently, I haven't unlocked it. Nutrigel. Now I've unlocked it. Okay. There we go. Max out as much as I can make. So I still need more pricklers, but we'll put this up for now. 18. 18 will get me a long way. I don't know why I'm carrying around electronics, but we are. Okay, we need some ammo. So, and we need more basic building materials. So these should have caught up at least a little ways. Not completely. Well, we'll take what we can get. We need basic building material for ammo, so we're just gonna take the 1,000 stacks. I'll use 20,000 building a new base so fast. Let's see. Okay, and then we'll just take 100 there. That should be all right. Let's go make ourselves a little bit of ammo. Max. Okay. All right. Let's get that out of there. We want 3 stacks. 3 stacks. Okay, we'll take all this out of the way. We'll refill. Let's put them in here. No, we want to put it down here. Yes. Put it in there. Put stacks up there. Get that up there. Okay. All right, we got food. We got ammo. We got everything we need to build. Let us go get ourselves... Let's go get our battery stuff set up so we can get batteries going. Need those batteries. Mainly because you get better points for your batteries when you're trying to do some upgrades and stuff. What the hell I got going on over here? Wow, that's crazy looking. Just the furnace is working. Damn, it looked like the whole base was about to explode. Alrighty, we don't want to attach it directly to this base because we're gonna start. This base is getting a little too big. We're gonna start getting building lag, so we don't want to do that. What's the best way to get those this way? Okay, we're already bringing them this way, so we could. Do I want to connect it off of here and just keep it? You know what? I'm going to do that because I want to keep it slim. I want to try. I'm trying very hard. This game kind of encourages some chaos, just a little bit, and so that's what I'm trying to do better. I'm not just letting all of my wires, my rails and stuff just get everywhere and out of control. Okay, let's go ahead and put a connector down here. Now this will be a spot where we'll probably run into our first issue because we've got those 4 furnaces pumping out inductors. Okay? But those inductors are not only being used to create these electronics, they're going to be used to create the rest of it. So let's do this. Let's set that at that height. Maybe one up. There we go. Ooh, wow. Come on now. No, we don't want to do that. Let's just go out here where we're closer. Let's do this. We'll set it at this height. I'll put the single one down first. Of course, we're trying to save the game, so we're going to lag a little bit. Okay. And then hit Y, and we're just going to do this. There's probably going to be more that's needed, but we're going to start here. And then we need press. Yes, we need the mega press. And we're bringing 3 items in. So we need 3 plates behind it, so we have room. So there's 1. 2, 3, and I do 4s. I'm not sure why I'm stuck on 4s. It seems to be something in the way that the game is set up that it lends itself to groups of 4. 2s, 4s, evens. It naturally is where that feels correct. I don't know if it is correct. I'm not saying I have any scientific anything beyond that's what it feels like it needs to be. But it just, everywhere I seem to build 4s, and maybe, it's a wild guess here, but it could be because the resource nodes are 2, 4, 8. The crappy ones you get 2 per second, normal ones you get 4 per second, and the pure ones you get 8 per second. And so that's why I in my head, I think my mind has just automatically gravitated to 4s. All right, so we're going to have that come up. We're going to have those come up. And then what else do we need? We could use batteries. And so we need to bring in sulfuric acid. Okay. This is also another way that I've found that works pretty doggone well, is you do this. I'm going to put 100. I'm just going to preload at least 2 of these to get this out of my inventory. Okay, let's do some connectors here. I really hate this. These sit up so high and they stick all the way out to the edge of the line here. I'm going to do it ugly. I don't want to do it ugly, but I'm going to do it ugly for now because that's the way that it just... I don't want to spend too much time trying to fight it. I know they've got an update coming, and it's going to change some stuff, and so I'm not going to... I'm not going to do it. You know what? I should just do 1 click down, and then this one I can do 1 click up, and then this one I can do 1 click up, and then 1, 2. I go 3 clicks up, and that should work. I'm going to do that. It doesn't sit down so low. Okay. All right, that's going to work. Let's get the drone out so this works a little better. that works a little better. All right, let's do this. So these, you can stuff it like that, but look how the blue thing looks. It does this really weird twist deal. If I come over here, it just looks like it's a little bit smoother in its entrance. And then we just have to, we have to worry about these. But these work. Okay, what? Why aren't you working? They're supposed to work. Okay, so if we go out here, can we take this one and go to the middle? Yes, we can. Okay. I don't know why it worked one way, but it wouldn't work the other. It's the same amount of space. That's okay. That's all right. As long as we get it to work and we get stuff in there. Where did I put this one? Right next to it. Okay. That's all that really matters. Okay. Now, all right, so here's where we got to do this. We've got to readjust this so that it forces all of this stuff this way, because we're going to bring it down and come in from this side. Do we want to go high or low? If I go medium here, okay, and I take that, and then I take that and I come in under low to that. No, I should take high here. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. The brain is clicking. Smoking. Come on, brain. Let's work here. Well, let's just put a receiver in right here, and let's just see where's the best spot. Looks like the receiver lines up better with the middle one. So we're going to do that. And then we're doing battery acid. So we want to name this. So when we run over and put the dispatcher in and we tell it where to send stuff, it automatically knows that we automatically know to select battery acid. Because it's sending the acid to here. Pack of squids. Welcome. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. Okay, so now we're going to do this one. And we're going to go from here to there. Okay. So, as you can see, we don't have any power right now, so nothing's going anywhere, nothing's doing anything. But as soon as we bring these up here, the power is going to travel through the rail, and all of this will light up. So I'm not worried about it right now. It'll click on as soon as we plug it in. Okay. All right, so that's going to be our acid. We'll take the lower one, come in there, and so what we'll do here is we will do a rail connector. Let's use this. Let's see, if we come straight, we go right there, put it there, and then we just go up 2. That'll make that transition look a little cleaner. Just a little bit. It's not perfect, but... See, and then you can see everything lit up. And now, since we've already selected the batteries for these, but we don't have all of the material here yet, we've got enough in these down here. It's going to ship everything we need. It won't use it, so we're not going to be constantly filling it up on our own at this point. And we already filled those 2 with what we had in our pocket, so we're okay. We're not going to overwhelm the system trying to send 400 plus items all at one time. Why are you trying to send stuff there? Are you seriously going to barf out on me like that? You're gonna. I front-loaded it. You shouldn't be trying to do this. You should already know that it had 100 in there. That's a glitch right there, because I've done that and it hasn't been a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down here. I'm going to do this. I'll put that in there. Put that in there. Run down here real quick. Put some more in there. What are we making? Are we up to 100? No, we're not. Okay. So I'm going to drag 100. Even though it's not highlighted where I can do it, I'm dragging 100 and I'm just stuffing it in there. There we go. Okay, so now one of the things we can look at though here is as we're making these, we know that they're going to be getting used, right? So we look at this portion right here. We're using one, we're using two. Does this go back to 100 before this gets used? No, my inductors, for some reason, are not keeping up with what's being used. I am now for some reason, but as soon as I start stealing about half of that, it's shipping them. It's just shipping them way, way slow. Way slow. And I'm going to start stealing them off of here in 1 second. You're going to watch this. The whole thing's going to freak out in just a second. Okay, so we want to put a low one. I'm going to need to zippity doo dah that one out of here. And then we need to put a low one in here like this. And then we're going to go grab that one right there and bring it here, and then take this and put it here. And see, now we can see all those inductors getting yanked. And it's shipping them up here, but I'm going to start burning them at 2 at a time. Okay, so every second, is it second? Every 4 seconds, I'm going to be using 2. So every 4 seconds, I'm going to burn 8 inductors. If I come back here and look at how many I can produce, I'm producing 1 every 3 seconds. So I'm only going to be able to produce 4 every 3 seconds, but I'm going to use 8 every 4 seconds just for the batteries. Not going to count the additional 4 that I'm going to need every 5 seconds for the electronics. See our problem? We're not making enough inductors. Not by a long shot. We need probably 4 more furnaces making just inductors. But inductors use ceramics. Look at this. Okay, I'm barely keeping up with ceramics. Okay, so I am just barely keeping up with the current product being sent to make the inductors. But I don't have enough inductors, which means I got to create more, and I don't have enough material to create more, which means I got to start pumping out more ceramics. And that means more wire. And so I'm chasing this back, and I'm just looking. Okay, I'm barely keeping up with ceramics, but that's just for those. Wait a minute. Am I not making any ceramics down here? Okay, wait a second. Why am I not making more ceramics and pumping out more ceramics? Why are we not sending more? We should be sending a ton of ceramics down that line. Okay, now we're using into 2. Robert, welcome. So the game is trying to do something. I'm not 100% sure on what they're working, but it looks like it's trying to feed. Yeah, see, it's trying to maintain the 100% in the storage depot. And since it can hit 100%, and then it draws, and this one makes 2 new ones, we actually can produce way more ceramics. We can produce a freaking butt ton more ceramics. Look at all those ceramics we can make. That's weird that it's not sending more. And when it comes to calcite sheets, we only got one machine working calcite sheets. We might be okay if we add another. We might be all right. We need to add at least 2 more furnaces. At least 2 more furnaces to be able to keep up, though. Let's just see what we can do here. Not mega press, furnace. Furnace. All right, let's see if we can get 2 more added in here. I'm glad that I've done this, though, because I set this up so that I could expand. I'm probably not going to be able to expand this any more than 2. Sephirio! Welcome. Yeah, I can't expand any more than 2 without having to reroute that stuff. That's all right. That's okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's get the plan set up here. There you go. There you go. I know you can do it. We can't place these in without shutting those down. That's all right. You know what? We'll just shut it down. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. You're out of here. All right, let's do this as quickly as possible, though. So this one is going to be down 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then this one is going to be normal height. Come on now. This one's going to be normal height. And then this one's going to be up 2. God, let me do this. It's so ridiculous. Building lag. All right, let's you need to go here, and you need to go there, and you need to go there. That gets you moving, and then you need to go there. We'll connect these across. Okay, and then let's drop out of that because we could do this now. And we're going to go ahead and connect these across. Okay. Now, how are we looping these? Bottom ones going to the outside. Okay. Kind of common sense here. Bottom one. Come on. Outside. Middle one. Mid. And upper one. Outside. All right. One more again. One more again. There. There. Get it. And there. Okay, now we're going to cause the whole system just to freak out. All right, ship it all in. Ship it all in. Send it down. Send her in. Send it in. There we go. We got it coming, I think. I know we got that coming. The wire's going to take a little bit because it's got to travel from a distance. All right, there it comes. Okay, and then What do we need? We're needing tubes. Tubes. Why are tubes taking forever? I know they have to come from a distance, but there we go. There we go. Now we're getting it. Okay. All right. So we're loading them up, moving them out. Yeah, it takes a little bit for some reason. Let's go ahead. We're just using ones here. So we'll just do this. We'll just match it. Continue to match it up. No worries there. Superior, thank you for the heart. We got building lag, something bad right now on this place. All right, pumping out inductors. That should help us shoot more down here. It's still not going to be enough because it's now going to be 6. It's going to be 6 every 3 seconds. 6 every 3 seconds. We know that we're going to be using 8 every 4 seconds up there, and a continued number here. Yeah, we're just don't have enough. All right, let's go get ourselves some. Let's go get ourselves some sulfuric acid. Give me over the glass base. Run over there and get sulfuric acid, and then we'll be all right. That'll at least get batteries started. It won't be the perfect, but it will be, because we're going to need to make... Man, damn hair. Ugh. I've been trying to get this one hair right underneath my nose and my mustache to lay flat. And I've been letting it grow and putting stuff on it to try to get it to lay flat. Because I want it to grow out so that it sits long enough and it will just naturally stay flat. But it is at that point where sometimes it wants to lay flat and other times it wants to go straight back up my nose. It's so irritating. All right, so we've got sulfuric acid right there being made. And this is where I'm saying that we're gonna Spookly the friendly ghost. Welcome. This is where I'm saying we're gonna have some issues here, okay? Because we're making sulfuric acid. Now we got a lot built up right now. Not a big deal. And we've got chemicals built up as well. So again, not a horrible deal. But we've only got 3 of these working. That's going to be a big deal. Though it pumps out 2 every second. So it's pretty fast. We might be all right. I'm not 100% convinced we're going to be, though. But I have so much more that I can do and move and use, and so probably be okay. I mean, honestly, I probably could just grab raw sulfur and ship the raw sulfur all the way over there and use the plastic that's in place over there to then create more chemical to use with the batteries. But it's already set up, and I'm not shipping any of this anywhere yet, which is kind of odd. So we're going to do it here. I had another layoff day from work and bad snow day up here in... Oh, dude. Please tell me you did not end up in the layoff. Please tell me you still have your job. Don't bring bad news. Come on. Tell me you still got a job, Spherio. Layoff is just a free day with no. Oh, okay. Okay. Got me panicking, man. Don't do that to me. Got me panicking. Snow day, though, huh? That is very interesting because I spent a year. I did not know that you were out in Utah. I spent a year up in Ogden. Um, had my apartment up there and everything. My family was here in the Springs. Well, I went out there and worked for a year. Let me tell you, I honestly, I will tell you, in comparison to being in Colorado, I really liked Utah. Uh, and people don't fully understand. They don't really believe me when I say it. But I was when I was in um, when I was there in Utah. Uh, I there was a there was something about the vibe of Utah that was way more calm than Colorado. Like I flew back from Utah one day, and and when I landed in Denver, it felt like the negativity pulled at. I mean, just punched the shit out of me. The negativity hit me in the face so hard when I hit Denver in comparison to being out in Utah. It was noticeable. I guess that's what really shocked me the most is how noticeable the vibe between the two states was. And at the same time, when I was there, I loved the people when I went places and stuff. I People got to know me, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And just at like the grocery store and stuff. And in comparison to Colorado, that was so different. It was it was almost a culture shock if I hadn't grown up in a small, more of a country rural area myself as a kid. Um, but I did not realize how much I missed that after living in Colorado and realizing just the sheer crap of negativity that this state now puts off. I'm like Californians. Y'all can leave and take your bullshit with you. Learn something new on platform construction. Uh, did you learn something new watching me, or did you learn something new you want to share with me? I hope you learned something new from me. Okay, so we're going here, and then we're going battery acid. So now it's going to load up with 100, and it's going to ship it. Yeah, this is I can't remember how I learned this. I think I caught a short where somebody said this is how you can build your bases and get higher up. So you can't build the supported platforms. You can't build those on top of each other. They always have to be the bottom line. Okay, but you can take these standard pillars and you can build them on three at a time. You know what, guys? I got to take a quick pause. I have to answer this call. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. I, uh, I gave myself a hernia the other day, and so now I got to go get it fixed. And so that was them scheduling the appointment. Okay, so where are we at? Yeah. Oh, the base. So these the supported platforms always have to be on the bottom, and you can't put platform on top of platform on top of platform. However, you can use these and put them on the bottom, and then you can stack these pillars, the pillar support, you can stack these 3 high and put a platform on top of them. So you can make a pretty high base. So if you have spots like this, you actually can build a pretty good parking lot over the top of all of this if you needed to. I do try to do my best to build in spots where I can get it as level as possible with just the supported platform. But these platforms here, you just do that and stack them on top. And then again, this is just probably a thing for me more than anything, because I ran into this problem one time before where I built this and then I put all these pillars in and I put them on every single one of these pieces. And then I couldn't get underneath my platform. And then I fell through a hole. And I was stuck like in the middle of some of this and I couldn't get out. So now when I build these, I just checker pattern it and leave these open so I can walk underneath if I need to get through, or if I take something out and fall in, I have a way to get out without tearing down half my base. So, yeah. But these pillars, they can hold 20 of these platforms by themselves. So, I mean, if you're just building a way to walk across something, these will reach pretty far all by themselves. But you do have a problem if you're building on top of it, because then whatever you're building sometimes will say there's not enough support underneath of it, which I don't understand, because literally we built this and it did it for me. So sometimes the support piece of this game confuses me pretty bad. All right. So we got all of these. This is our sulfuric acid. It is being sent back over to our batteries. We're gonna boop back over to and make sure that our batteries are getting built. And we're gonna use our teleporter. Calcite base. You only get the teleporter after you beat the world engine. So if you're like, how did you get that? Where do I got to go? What do I got to do? Yeah. You got to go through the world engine. And to get through the world engine, you have to be able to make a power cell. And in order to make a power cell, you've got to have chemicals. You have to have made chemicals, and you have to make electronics. Because then it takes 10 electronics and 10 chemicals to make the power cell. So if you got to work your way there first before then you can go to the world engine and beat that, and then you get some additional blueprints, and once you finish the last piece to the world engine, then you're going to be good, and you get the rest of it. You get you have to beat the world engine or the forgotten engine piece over there. Once you complete it fully, then you get the blueprint. It's not something you can run in there and find and then pull back out. You have to complete the whole thing. Okay, so we've got that going. We've got these going. Looks like we've already made 100, and everybody is full. So let's totally screw this up and put in a depot down here. Despicable Dave, welcome. All right, and then let's get these in. Let's use the drone. Oh yeah, that sits on the centerpiece, so we'll do that. And we'll do this. I'm not a fan of using the drone to put the rails in, because you have to be very precise with where your cursor's pointing, or it likes to do its own damn thing. And the problem that you run into, and I'll show you here in just a second. So, okay, so I got all of these connected, right? Connected there. I can't click on here while I'm in the drone. And if I do this, say I click on there and I don't want that, Q is cancel, right? If I hit Q, it drops me totally out of the drone. So then I got to go back into the drone. And then usually, when we go back into the drone, okay, it didn't do it this time, but occasionally you can get a little bug where if you force yourself out of the drone by Q and then you try to come back into the drone, your rail, that marker piece goes like off somewhere else and you can't find it or see it. It's a little irritating. Okay, let's go select batteries. There it is, and here comes. Why are only you going? Where's the rest of you losers? Why are you not getting inductors? Wait a second. Oh, hey, look. Oh, there we go. Hey, we don't have any inductors. Well, guess why? You don't have inductors because I didn't plug you in to have inductors. Okay. That was wasted time. That's going to totally screw this all up now. Ugh, I can't believe I messed that up. Damn it. Damn it. All right, well, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure which Ferris Bueller reference you're speaking on. Oh, I don't know. I honestly am not doing it intentionally. Oh, yep. Now I know it. Yep. You're right. You got me. You got me. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. It really is. I did not realize that I was doing it like that. And yeah. Okay, so now we're building batteries, and I need to go look at my. I really wish I could do it from here. There's no way to see. There's no way to see what the corporate piece is next. You have to run back all the way to one of your pieces here, one of your habitats, and go in and look at the corporate board to tell who needs it. You need batteries. Griffith's Blue is batteries. And all we're going to do is just speed up Griffith's Blue. Okay, well, we'll just speed up Griffith's Blue. Looks like we're about to get a rupture. As usual, we are going to press our luck. Do we have 300 in here? We have 200. Okay, we'll do 2. It's not going to take long to get these through, so let's do it like that. And we're going to do it like that. We're going to do this. What the hell? There to there. Click Griffith's Blue. Battery. Oh, come on, we can do it. We can do it. Do it like that. Do it like that. Do it this way. Go there. Go there. Do that. Do that. Click, 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 and run. Run in, run in, run in. Gotta run in, run in, run in. God, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Let's watch it wipe everything out. We'll do it from this window. There we go. Take that down. Sorry. My bad. And it's all wiped away. Like Moses was the hand of God, swept away. My bad. All right, we got batteries. We do need them in here, though. We need, what do we need? What do we need? What do we need? Oh, I gotta get 3,000 of those. Ugh. Okay. We don't have our turbine blueprint, and we don't have our electromagnetic coil blueprint. We can get the 1,500 there. I don't know if... I don't think we've made valves yet, and I know we don't have turbines yet. I don't think I need batteries to unlock anything, though. So batteries are kind of wonky. You don't really need them. Need another 500 to unlock super magnets. I need super magnets to unlock electromagnetic coil. Let's go solve these real quick. The sulfuric acid. Let's go ahead and get the pressurized helium sorted as well. That'll be this right here, 3,000, and then the 1,500, or not even 1,500, there. Let's go unlock that stuff real quick. That's just a matter of bibbity boppity boop, and we're back over to the sulfuric base. We're good. Here we are. Well, this is a glass base. Are we making? We're definitely not making enough glass, I don't think. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. We were making something over here. What were we making here? What? What were we making here? Please tell me I left it on the press. We was gonna make batteries here. Yeah, we were gonna make batteries over here. Not no more. I was gonna do it right here. And we were gonna bring those coils over here. Okay, you know what? We did a better idea by putting it over there. To be honest, it worked in our favor. Because the coils and the electronics were over there, and we were going to have to ship those in. Because we are not making coils or electronics over here. Damn, sometimes I'm just sad. Sad. And I don't know why I put it in there with the glass, because you don't even need glass. I was just going to bring this over. Wow. What in the hell? Man, I had to have been drunk making a decision to put it there. That's dumb. That's so dumb. That's ridiculously dumb. Okay, so we need... I'm going to take all of it. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take as much as I can there. And we're going to go turn it all in. And I don't have a habitat over here, do I? No, I did not put a habitat over here. That's a bad me. I'm breaking my own rule by not having a habitat there. We're going to pay for it at some point, so I'm going to go back and put a habitat in there. It's here in a second. All right, let's go here. Look, refinery. We need that right there. We can only... Ugh. Why do you need so much? Okay, covered that. And the furnace, you need some too. Okay, we'll go stuff that back in the box, and then we'll have to go grab 2,000 sulfur. Okay. And we'll build a habitat while we're over there, so we don't have to come running back over here again. Flying. Let's go ahead and stuff this back here. There you go. We'll solve some of your issues. Of course, we took all of the sulfur. We need 3,000 sulfur. So let us do this. Ugh. Shit. I don't have the big one yet either. Damn it. Let's see if this works now. Okay, it's going to work now. So for the moment, we're going to place that right there. And then we're going to run this all wackadoodle from there. And we're going to run this all wackadoodle from there. We just need the sulfur. So you guys get crack-a-lackin'. This has got me interested. In a lot of cases right here, both of them will pump out resources. And they'll just match it up and shoot it through. In this case, the closest one is shooting out the resources, and the second one is not doing a damn thing. Even though we have to fill all of this. And same thing over here. So I wonder if I need to change my thought process just a little bit on sulfur. Like, how much sulfur does these produce per second? What do we got? Okay, so we got 8 divided by 2, 4 a second. So we get 4 a second out of these. Okay. Let's just go do a little mathematics. We're going to use 2 we're going to use 4 a second. Aren't we? We are. We're going to use 4 a second. Son of a bitch! So you can go, I'm sorry, my bad. You can go 1 refinery to 1 extractor. One refinery per 1 extractor if you're running full tilt. because we got one extractor running there and one extractor running there, but we're not keeping up with full production with 3 refineries. So if we ran one up here to this one, if we changed where that's going, let's see how far I can reach. Let's see how far we can reach out and touch God's hand. Okay, these guys are gonna barf. Somebody's gonna be going there and gonna barf. No? I'm not going to do it? Okay. Yeah. One refinery, or one extractor to one refinery, and the refinery running full, you're 1-to-1. Almost 300 hours of gameplay, and I'm finally figuring that out. I don't know if that's good or sad. I probably should have looked at that way earlier and figured that out way sooner than I just did. Son of a gun. Some days, my level of stupidity amazes even me. But now we know. Now we know. One extractor to one refinery, and if the refinery is running at full bore, the factory can keep up, or the extractor can keep up. Okay, this is some horse shit. Now all 3 of these are running. Well, it's trying to keep up now with trying to refill it. But here, yeah. See, now I'm not going to have chemicals. Now that I've got this pumped up, I got chemicals aren't going to be able to keep up. Okay, so there is a dilemma right there. We are finding ways that shit ain't working. And I'm not getting nearly enough in here. So we need to add more chemicals coming out here in order to make this work. Yeah. Well, first things first. Let's solve the small problem. Let's where do we want to put this stupid thing that's not going to be in the way? It's going to be in the way right there, but we're going to deal with it for now because I don't want to have to screw with it. So we're just going to dunk this in here real quick. And really all I want is the recipe station. 400 more. We just need 400 more. Okay. 1, 2. Damn it. I'm going to go wax my... yank it off. All right, come on, you're almost there. You're almost there. Bingo. All right, now we're gonna solve that problem. Pressurized helium on its way. Mega press. What do we need for the mega press? We gotta unlock some more stuff. We have to go find that blueprint. We have to find that blueprint. I can make valves. Rods, titanium housings, and nozzles. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I can't make turbines, so I can't make pumps because I don't make turbines. I think we're going to have to go explore because I can't make a turbine. Let's see if we go make valves. I know where all of that stuff is, so let's go see. All right, let's claim the defense tower. Now we need lenses. Lenses take... compounder. So we've got to get the hardening agent and pressurized helium working. Okay. You just keep doing what you're doing right there. We are out of here. We're gonna let that roll. You know what though? No, that seems to be keeping up. That's okay. We're all right there. We need to run. We need to go look at chemicals. We got to turn the chemicals. I know. I'm fairly certain we have another distributor for the chemicals, so we may have to go tap into it and tell it to send it over there. Yeah, so we got two sitting here. So one's being used. So we need to grab this one, say chemicals. You need to go to sulfuric acid chem. And we're going to ship all of you over. So this is where we're putting two dispatchers to one receiver. Tox has snuck in. Welcome, Tox. Okay, Okay, this should even itself back out. This one's running low, but that's because it's really pressing as much as it can in those chemicals going over there. And now this one's ready to go, and it's going to start shipping. And that should put two of them constantly on the work. Yeah, see, there it goes. And then that'll refill, and those are working. And so, yeah, we'll be all right. Let's go over to the nozzle. We got to go to the nozzle base now. Slide. And nozzle base. Come on now. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Nozzles. Do we need to send nozzles somewhere else? I don't think we have anywhere else for nozzles to go. Okay, so we need to make... Let's take a look at valves. So we can take these down because we don't need this anymore. We're not shipping them anywhere. Close that out. All right, so valve. All right, we need these nozzles that we're making. Titanium rods, titanium beams, and titanium housing. A lot of titanium. But guess what? We working. How are we doing on keeping up with rods right now? We are using a lot of rods. So that means we're going to keep using a lot of rods if we keep pumping it up. We're staying about even with rods. Wait a second. Why are you not working? Oh. Huh. Here, let me shoot one over. Weep. Okay, so hang on. How many of these we have that's not working? Just the one. What are you doing? No, not just the one. You're not doing rods either. Not that one either. Not that one either. And not that one either. Okay. Okay, I think we got room with rods. We got a bunch of those boys that are not working that really could. So where are we going to bring this? This rods are going here. So really, I could probably sneak over. Let's see if we can sneak over. Let's just see if we can sneak over. We want to go right here. We need to go up one. Okay. Can we sneak over? We can. All right. Oopsie. There's rods. There's nozzles. What else do we need? We need housing and beams, right? We got rods, we got nozzles, beams, and housing. Beams can be made directly from iron. Housing takes rods and plates, I think. It's like we're using glass, like at pretty much at the level. So we're making lots of plates. Making so many plates we don't freaking even need all of them. Let's just look real quick. Yeah, so regular titanium bar will get us beams at 1 every 3 seconds. But I need a furnace to make housing, and it's beams and sheets. So we need regular beams and then titanium housing. Oh, man. Okay, how can we make this work? That's a lot. However, we are making, I mean, we've got ones that are just sitting here with their thumb up their ass. Not doing anything. And in all honesty, we are literally only using 2 of the smelters and the fabricators. We are so freaking over-engineered. Get out of here. What are y'all doing? You're messing with my power? Okay, that means I'm gonna have to put a turret over here. Yeah, look at you go. Come on. Get out of here. There's the rest of your buddies. There he is. You're gonna take a little while to get here. So do we reallocate? Do we reallocate some of these? I can't tell if that guy's trying to come this way or if he's just going to keep his silly little butt over there. I need to put in a turret, though. Okay, we'll just drop this in there because that's more important than what we've got going on. Macbeth Gaming, welcome. We need to put in some more coolers because we are too hot, hot, hot. Okay, that bumps us down just enough. All right, turret, do your thing. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. Now we got it. Now we got it. Okay, we're defended over here, so that garbage isn't going to happen again. Don't have to worry. Don't have to worry there. We got our heat down over here, so we're good. But we really had to disconnect from my Jeep. Aha. Well, welcome. Let's see. What do we got going on? What do we got going on? What do we got going on? Okay, we've got a whole bunch of stuff not being used. But we need to make a lot of beams. Oh, you know, we're building. We are building a lot of stuff. Here, take a peek. We're building a lot of stuff. Lots and lots. Yeah. Yeah, and that's just what you can see on this side of the hill. All the way out there in the distance, on the other side of the hill, there's almost as much stuff out there. So yeah, we are making stuff. Okay, I want to reallocate some of this to making beams because we need beams, and this is, I mean, these ones that are getting used they're being completely satisfied by these two fabricators. I was sure that I was going to need a whole lot more plates. Can we... I need to build a second tier. Well, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Appreciate that. Midnight Sky. Welcome. Oh, Macbeth, thank you for the gifts. Super cool of you. Oh, my goodness. That's a big gift, dude. Thank you so much. Wow. Appreciate that. Big time, dude. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Huge. Thank you. I want to build a second tier. I wonder... I didn't leave myself enough room, though. I didn't leave myself enough room to build a second tier. If I would have offset these by one extra line, I could build a second tier. And I'm not tearing that down to do it. Shoo-hoo! We are going to have to figure out how we're going to make this work. Like I said, I got so much extra that it doesn't make sense to go make it somewhere else and then come back here to ship those things in. I should be able to find a way to use what I've got and make it here. I can only go a certain distance. See, I can only go a certain distance up the side of this hill. I have a little bit of room to go back that direction, but not a lot. I might. My brain is working here because I'm trying to figure out, you know what, if I moved this, power somewhere else, I have a spot right here that I could do this. I got to move it elsewhere though. Okay. So we've got one. How much do we have though? Okay, these do 200 at a time. In the grid, we could do 2,000. We're only using 13. So I can get rid of... I could get rid of almost all of these, to be honest. Let's see what we can get away with. Let's get rid of 1. Rid of 2. Get rid of 3. How close are we? Yeah, and then we're going to add stuff. Okay, so we still need to... We need to do this. All right, that's okay. We the whole thing will shut down. It'll be all right. Let's go where? Let's go on the other side, maybe. Gives us 1,600. All right, let's just sit with that, and then we'll fix this over here. We're gonna change a couple of these around. Yeah. Okay. Got it. We have a plan. Watch out. We have a plan. Not saying it's a good plan, but we got a plan. We have a plan. Okay. So make sure I'm not going to fall in a hole. Yeah, I'm going to fall in that hole right there. Okay. Ting ting, walla walla bing bing, Sorry. It's a song back in the day when I was a kid, and it sounded like that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get rid of this right here because I wanna break this up a little bit here. Get ourselves a little bit of some space between these so that we're not totally screwy. Which, I mean, we're screwy, but we're not totally screwy. Just helps with the building. Okay, we can get in and out right there. Let's just do this. Where are we at? Okay. All right. Okay, that separates that out. We should have better building experience now that we're not stacked on top of each other. And then I'll fix this right here so that we can use it. Yeah, I need to just go ahead and use all this. I just need to use all of it. Okay. All right, let's just put down a single furnace first so that we have an idea here. We're going to have to bring in at least 2 items. So we need at least 2 spaces. Okay, we need to do this. So we need 2 sheets to every 1 beam here, right? Do I still have this thing? No, I don't. Okay, so we got to run all the way back over there. That's okay. Let's run over here real quick and just see. So it's 2 sheets to 1 beam, which is easy enough. Now, if we come over here and we make the valves, it's 3 beams. Shit. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, so we're not using any of these plates. So we're going to leave these plates just like they are. And I'm going to just go ahead and take that off there. We're not even going to ship those that way. Okay. We're just going to bring them here, and then we're going to zip a doodah back this way. As a matter of fact, we're probably right in the position to do it, so no big deal. So I need 2 plates to every 1 beam. And if I'm going to do 4 of these... just enough room to do 4. Oh, are you kidding me? Not stable enough? Get lost. Get lost. Oh, come on, game. Okay. Screw it. I'll just put it right there then. We'll just build it right into the rock wall. Sure. I don't care. It's going to work, so I'm leaving it. Yep. It's going to work. I'm leaving it. All right. So we're building those. And so we're 2 to 1. All right. Two plates, 1. All right. So we're 2 to 1. If we're 2 to 1, we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need at least 6 plates. Now, plates are made in what? Stacks of 2. So we need 8. Adrian, welcome. And out. We need 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we keep those. We break it right here. And that gives us 1 to 1, so 4, and then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, which is perfect. Wow, how'd that come out perfect? Insane in the membrane. Okay, now how do we get... Okay, so let's take this, and we're going to change this to those. This, and we're going to change to those. We're going to take this, and we're going to change to those. We're going to take this, and we're going to change to those. There. Okay. Oh, we're going to put the take this and put those back in there. I think that's all I had to get rid of. Yep. Oh, no, I got that and that. And any room? Nope, no room. Okay. I'm just going to drop these then. And then we'll take these plates and go down here. And do we have any room to dunk the plates in there? No, we don't. Alright. Just going to ditch them. Let it all build on its own. Alright, now we've got this stuff. Oh, man. If I take that one, yeah, let's do this. We're gonna get a little funky here, so stick with me, because it'll make sense in a minute. Everything's off-centered just a little bit. I didn't get it centered the way that I would have liked to get it centered. But we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go up one. And we're going to go... Okay, let's just do this with the drone, because, damn it. Up one. Up one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, so we got 4 of them. I don't really like the way that works. Can I cheat this just a little bit? We'll just do that. See if maybe if it'll break it up, speed it across a little bit faster. It might not. I don't know. Yeah, look at it's doing a little bit. All right, cool. All right, now we got to take these out because we have to lower it by 1. We have to take the tower and take it down by 1. Okay. How are you colliding with all? Okay. That's how you're colliding with another one. Alrighty, concentrate. Come on now. Come on now. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this. And it just goes right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Now we're going to connect these together. And we're going to grab that, and we're going to run it right straight over here to there. Now, get a plate right there. This plate's right there. There. Okay. See, even in this case, I don't have all 4 of these working. It's still just that one. They want somebody down here spit out 1. So, I think this is going to work fine. I think this will work fine. Hello, Christy. Okay, let's get these in place. Woo-doo-doo. Hey, dear, I haven't had a chance to message you. March 4th, you need to make sure you take the day of March 4th off. They called. Why do you guys not like being stable right there? I bet if I put it right here on a rock, it'll be freaking stable. That's so stupid. Where I built it, it's not stable. Put it on the rock, we're good. Just so dumb. Okay, so now looks like I need to put some more heat exchangers. Yep, not putting one of those in. Heat exchangers. Gonna put some more heat exchangers in because we are running just a little hot. I can't wait till I unlock the next ones. They do so much better. Okay. Okay. So now we're making titanium housings. We are pumping out titanium housings at 30 a minute times 4. I'm hoping I'm keeping up here. I am not keeping up here. Why am I not keeping up here? Who is not working? I should be pumping out enough for these to be keeping up. Why are we not keeping up? You got 62, 61, 62, so you're holding on the right level. 63, 64, okay, so you're barely keeping up. Okay, you're keeping up. Okay, you're keeping up too. All right, we're keeping up. It just looks like maybe we're not as on the button as we think, but we are pumping out enough. Yeah, we're getting enough plates out too. So, and we're still surviving on these 2 plates alone. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Get the save out of the way. There we go. So really, these 3, I could probably disconnect from these. Well, these are already going over here, and I need to swap this to rods, or to beams. Okay. All right, so we've got beams coming out of here, and so I think that we have everything to start making, but I need to disconnect that. And then we need to take this and can we weasel it over here without it being so freaking stupid and obvious and dumb looking? Not that low. We can only do it that high. Can we go low here? Okay, we can do that. That's better. That's better. What do we have to do? I need to go on the outside of this one. It looks stupid, I know. But we can dunk it down pretty low. There we go. Alright. Alright. And then we can get this to go all the way down here. And we can put it right there. Okay. Alright, that looks so much better. So much better. Shit. We've got to get those pieces from there over to here so we can run that down that side as well. How do we do that? How do we do that so it doesn't look totally poopy? Can we squeeze right through here? Oh, we need to drink something, huh? Oh, let's do that. And then we'll use some of that. How's that? Okay. Shit knockers. Okay, we're good. We're gonna try it. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. I need to get up on that. I don't. Let's try it. Let's try it the wonky way. If we can make this work, I'm not looking back, and I'm just going. Oh, freaking screw it! It works. I'm out. I told you we're not looking back. If I can get it to work, we're done. Moving on. Moving on up. Go there. All right. We're going to run around the outside. Wave warning. Son of a gun. Connect to there. We're going to drop that down as low as we can get it. And we're just going to run the same thing right along this outside. Doggone it. If we can make it work, we can make it work. Okay. All right. Not only batteries, but we are going to get valves done today, too. Yep, we're going to get valves done, too. And we might even get a little exploration in. Yay, us. Did I leave myself any ammo over here? I did not. That sucks. I might have on the other place. But oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. We are cruising. Let the wave pass, and then we'll go back out there and we will finish valves, because I think we now have all the pieces that we need. And we went someplace this weekend and I got fudge. A lot of fudge. And I'm keeping it in my fridge and I'm not telling nobody. See, my family might know about the fudge if they bothered to watch my streams, but they don't. So they don't get to find out about the fudge. What's it? 49%. Maybe the grenade. All right, let's cool things off. Okay, we're about ready to. It's gonna pop here in a second, and we're gonna go get this done. All right, so we need mega presses. Oops. Let's cool this one off so I can look at it, because I need to look in at the recipe. I think the beams are going to be the piece that we're in trouble with. I'm fairly certain the titanium housing is not going to be a problem, but I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have enough beams being made. Because that's part of our problem over here. That I am only making one beam every 3 seconds, and that's not enough. That is definitely not enough. Now, I could try. I'd have to move these out one more. Hey, Christy, is the wind blowing out there really bad? I actually might be able to do that. Hang on. So if I'm making one beam every 3 seconds, that means I'm making 3 every 9 seconds. And it takes 3 every 10 seconds. But in order to match just one of these mega presses making a valve, the best I can do is put 2 of these mega presses doing valves. Because I can't keep up with the beams. I would need 2 more beam setups over there to keep up. And I don't have that. Now, could I squeeze in 2 more? Might actually be able to do that. We're gonna get we are going to squeeze in. We're gonna squeeze it in here. Squeeze. Put you right there. Can I not put you right there? That sucks. Can I put you in a headlock? If you're going to let me put it right there, I'm putting it right there. Now, we need to put another smelter. There. We're going to put another smelter right there. We're going to put another fabricator right there. And we're going to put another fabricator. You got to go. You got to go. And you know what? You got to go. We'll just scoot you guys over. Okay. I'm squeezing it in here. I don't want to do too much base screwy, but we're gonna do some screwy because I want this to work. And from what I'm looking at, I am fairly certain that this is gonna work. I really hope it's gonna work. This might not work. I am not seeing anything coming down the rest of the way. We are not feeding anything else down this way. We are using all of it. We should be having some more come this way. Why are we not? Why are we not? I mean, I got two that I'm not even using, and this was set up on the right deal. Have I not? Yeah, it's... Hello? Can you send some more down here, please? This is not working. Why is this not working? Why are you not? I mean, I'm kidding it. It's splitting. But in the scheme of things, you are not continuing to feed it the rest of the way down. All you're doing is feeding those. I should be getting at least one more further down. Alrighty. Alrighty, where, oh where is my little dog gone? Where, oh where? I need more iron. Let's go see what we got going on down here, because we're not sending enough that way, and I'm not getting stuck in the butt like that. Cover that hole before I fall in it. And you're packing really as much down as you can. I mean, it's not like it's stuttering up there. But is there somebody up here who is not using... you... Why are you going over there? Okay, so I've got full amounts going there. You're going that way, and you're feeding into that, but there's a whole piece up here that is not being used. I'm cutting you off. You're just feeding the freaking flames. But you should be producing 8 a second, and you're producing like 4, and he does 4. So you know what? We're cutting you off. Nope. You are not being utilized properly. We have got to reroute. We are going to reroute you to here. And then we need to dip underneath you. All right, we got it. We got it sorted. We have got it sorted. Now, did we lock it up with the stuff that we took off up top? Is it going to flow? You are not going to flow because the pieces before you wanted to go to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Yeah, you guys couldn't go where you wanted to go, so you're going to throw a little fit and just sit here. Okay. All right, now let's take that and to there and that to there, and this needs to be beams, and take that and that needs to be beams. Okay, now we're doing better. Now we're doing better. Now we're doing better. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. All right, so then let's take this stuff and put a connector. You know what? We're going to put a connector right here. And then we need to come over here. And we need to take this off. And let's look at that. Hit Z. Put a connector right there. Hit that, hit this. And can we get fortunate enough to go from there? Yes, we can. To there. And this to there. And that one to that one. And ladies and gentlemen, we now are making enough to support what we got to do. Okay. Oh, man. We're going to get valves done. Yep. It's 2:24 of streaming time, so that means we're 40 more minutes to go. We will have valves done. All right. I know. Leave me alone. Okay. We're going to go one there. Can I get away with going not that low? But we can do it right there. And we're going to take this one. We're going to go from here to here. And we're going to take this one and go from there to there. We're going to do this as titanium beams. Really? That's titanium housing. Okay. What is this one? This is... Okay, beams and housing. Alright, alright. And then... that's... Where is the one that is... Shit. That right there. That one right there. Okay. Put another one of these right. Let's go one away. Let's go one away so we got ourselves a little bit of room. Okay. Now take that one. And this is rods. And can we do... That looks like poo. We'll do that one. It's a little smoother. And this is rods. Okay, so rods, beams, housing, nozzles, right? Nozzles, rods, beams, housing. Everything we need. We got it all. We got it all. We can make those things. Fudge monkeys. Valves. We can make valves. Yay us. All right, so we've got 4 items that have to go into valves. Ugh, this is gonna suck. I'll be honest. We're gonna squeeze it in here though. No, we're gonna squeeze it in here. I've done it before. We just gotta be a little. We just gotta be a little. We gotta think. Can we? Let's see what our distance is right here. Okay, if we take these out, let's take these out and we'll raise it up from here. So all these come out. And then we should be able to raise it up high enough to get past this rock right here, I think. And we'll build there. Build it like that. There we go. There we go. Watch out. Watch out. Man's got a plan. Man has got a plan. Love Hill. Dragon Voral. Welcome. The man has a plan. Don't know if it's a good plan, but he's got a plan. See if we can make it work. We're going to be close to being what's in my brain, which is probably a bad thing to say, because I don't, my brain doesn't work all that well. However, the vision is there. The question is how close do we get to the real actual vision? That is the question. We will get it done, but how close to the vision are we going to get it? Okay, we need these, and we need that. Now, these take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those take 5 blocks, and we're bringing in 4 items. So 5 blocks and 4 items, that makes us 9 blocks. We need 9 blocks to make this work. So if I do this and I go all the way up as high as I can, and why are you going that way? I don't want you to go that way. I just want you to do a single. Okay, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. 7, 8, 9. Okay, we don't have to go as high. Shit. Oh. Thank you, big dope. Okay, we'll take all these. We got to go over one more anyway. Okay. And then we hit Y, so it holds it at that height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Oh my lord. Okay. So we've got to go. We got to go at least there. Okay, let's get rid of these. Once this is done, the rest of it is really easy. I just got to make sure I have enough room to make this work. I just had to figure out where it was at. All right, we're close. We're there. We're there. Okay. Oh, and the rock in the middle is not an issue. That I don't know. I don't know if I could have planned that any better myself. Oh wait a minute, I did plan it myself. Okay, so there's a problem. Why are we having a problem right here? You don't even want to. What? What? Okay, now you're just being. Now you're just being obstinate. What are we doing? Why are you not liking that spot? You're okay with that spot, and you're okay with that spot. But what is it about this spot? I bet you I have. When I put these down from that side, I went too far under the ground, and it didn't stop building them. And now there's a building underground right there, and I can't get rid of it because I can't see it. And so now it doesn't like me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just put a single platform over it. It's not the end all of the world, but that's irritating that it would let me do that and then doesn't let me get rid of it. And it's buried underneath the ground that I can't even see it, and there's no way to get rid of it. That's okay. That is okay. We will be all right. Let's do this just a little bit. Let's pull up this. I don't know. Yeah, see, I know it's not going to let me go all that way, and I knew there's a little bit of a dip right there that it doesn't like, and then oh, what are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, there's some squirrely, yeah, so there's more of it that's underground right there, and it doesn't want me to. It doesn't like it. What? Is it just wanted to go singles? That's that. Okay. What? Sometimes this game does some weird stuff. Okay. Let's drop out of this. Oh, we gotta save. Now we're locked up. Let's do this. Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna have to do that. We got to do our little building piece here. Put one right there, and then do this, and I can do that. And one more. And then we break out this. And we could get it all level. All right, that's super good, super good, super good. You just don't really want me to put anything there. Okay, well, guess what? I don't care. I don't care. I probably could take this out. Let's see how many mega presses can I get in this spot? And let's use my drone. We're going to be right up to the edge because we got 4 items. I need to get 4 of these in here. Are you turd knocking me? Really? It won't let me put one there at all. Oh, man. What are you doing? Or there, or there. Why? Oh, I don't have enough resources. Oh, so we need to go get some more intermediate from the main base. Why won't you work for me? Ugh. Okay. Up here. Let's move these down. And I need to grab some ammo I made here. There we go. Okay, we're covered now. And that was the nozzle base. Alright, let's see if it's still screwy or if we're going to be okay. Alright, we'll be alright. Let's go this way. Just right there. Gotcha. And gotcha. Okay, let's drop out of this. Let's cancel that. Okay, we gotta get rid of these. I'm gonna do what I don't want it to do, though. Shit. Yeah, they should have been over one more. That's okay. That's okay. We'll do it. We will work with what we have, and we will make it work. That's how it's gonna go. Really? That's what's gonna pop your cork? You freaking dumb is what you is. Oh, guess what we're gonna do? We'll just put it right down here where we're standing because it's right here. No big deal. And then we'll look at it and say, okay, we got plenty of room. We're not doing anything special. Alright, we're doing valves, and I've got some nozzles, and we're doing valves, and let's split these, so it's not a big deal, and do that. I don't want to be waste not, want not. And we can put these in somewhere, but I don't know where I'm gonna put them, so I'm gonna throw them on the floor. Alright, now we gotta feed everything in, and there in the depart lies the problem. So we'll start with the hardest one, which is the short. Short is always the one that's the pain in the ass. Okay, connector. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, and guess what we'll do? It's right here. We're just going to loop it up right there and just do that right there. So we're going to take that. I don't like it when it goes there. We're going to stick it out there. I don't know if that's going to work exactly. We're going to try it. We're going to make it go all the way over there. This is always the scary part. It's just trying to get these in here so you get all 4 and they all work the right way. All right. Now, number 2. Let's go back to the drone. You're going to go there. 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 And there. And then the last 2, I think I have to offset these. Yeah, I think I do. Because if I remember right, the last time I did this, these didn't work. If they were all straight, 4 of them in a line, it didn't like it. So you had to offset them. But the problem is I can't remember if I had to offset how much I had to offset them. What are we doing? I did not click over there. I did not. You know what? I'm going to switch these. I'm going to bring that one over, and can I... That go right? Yeah, no, I got to do it that way. I had it right to start with. There. And then there. Okay. This one goes out. This one goes there. And this one goes there. Alright, on the outside. Inside. Outside. Outside. Inside. Outside. Alright. Alright, we got everything going in. Now we just need to finish plugging it all in. I don't really like doing it from all the way out there, but that's okay. We'll do it from all the way out there. I don't worry about it that much. And then this one is going to go way up here. But I could just come out of that and I could save a little bit, an extra turn. If we just save the extra turn, it'll be a little more efficient. Okay. Woo-wee. All right, enough of holding my breath. I think we did it. I think we got it. Everything is filling in. Everything looks like it's traveling right. We get a new valve every 10 seconds. We got enough nozzles we're building in with rods. And right now it looks like we're building in with beams. And we have enough of those. Okay. We did it. We did it. Now we need to get all of these connectors. We need to get them all connected so we can spit out the good stuff. And we can drive it all home. Man, batteries and valves today. Pretty good freaking deal. Pretty good deal. Okay, now we need to... I don't know valves, if I'm going to need valves, though. How many I'm going to need, I don't remember. So we are going to do this. And we're just going to run 400. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, let's fill in some gapids here. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Okay, now with this, we are going to need orbital cargo launchers. And these go on the line, and I hate that. I hate how these go on the line. But if you right click, it changes the base to be in the middle. But we need a rail connector, and we can put it in the middle. And we can use the orbitals there. There, there, and then we connect there, there, and there, and then we're going to connect from there to there. And now, see, here's the thing though. In order for that to work, we need 300 in here. And so when we get the 300 in here, you go tell it these to ship, and it will put 300 in each one of these. Muradov, with a V on the end. Welcome, 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 welcome. So we've got to get 300. No, this is not satisfactory. This is StarRupture. Okay, there's our first 100 is done. This is a wonderful game in the same area, in the same realm of Satisfactory, Factorio. There's another robot one. There's a couple games that are in. They're all in the same realm of factory building. However, this game changes just a little bit. It uses rails instead of conveyor belts. It is a pull system, not a push system. So in Satisfactory, Factorio, you take as much raw material and you make as much of the next thing and the next thing, and it's constantly trying to push that material to you. In this case, it says, make that stuff, but I'm going to ask you for what I want, and you're going to send it to me. So you don't get a bunch of material lined up on your rails to ship your stuff around. So it's a little... It looks a little cleaner by doing that. But it is only 6 weeks from early access release, so there's a lot of stuff that is still coming and not done. The map is freaking massive. I couldn't honestly say what I think it is in comparison to, say, Satisfactory's map, but I would be pretty close to saying that it at the very least equals. I would go as far to say I think it's bigger than Satisfactory's map. Because this is just the early access area that I can get to, and I haven't even uncovered all of that area, and there's still all of this stuff around the outside that I haven't been able to get to yet because it's not opened up yet. And this game has more fighting, so you've got bugs and stuff that will attack your base that you have to deal with. And so we'll go over here. I'll show you just a little bit of that because I know right where they're sitting. So you do have a little base defense that you actually have to do, whereas in Satisfactory, you don't really have to defend your base. You just got to kick those hogs away from an area that you're using. And that's really it. They don't openly come attack your base. In this game, they will openly attack your base. So you do have to do some base defense and stuff like that. It's not bad. It's not like, oh my god, I'm doing it all the time. But you do have to do it. And are they not over here now? Oh, now they're going to be shy. But you have a lot of you do still send stuff to the corporation up in space. There is a lot of lore, which again is all very similar to Satisfactory. I think in the end, when the numbers finally come out and this game releases as a full game, Satisfactory will be number 1 still, but this game won't be number 2. It will be number 1.5. Like it'll be so close to being number 1 itself. They may even be equal. Not actually, both of them will be number 1 games in what they do. Because this game is just that good. It is so much fun in every ridiculous way to be fun. And exploration on this game is mandatory. You're gonna have to do some exploration. You got to get out and go look around and find blueprints and things that you need. So you have to do that. It forces you to. It also, in some ways you are forced to do some fighting, but if that's not something you like, you can avoid it for the most part. You can't 100% avoid it, but you can get away with it. So right now it's like $20. If you get the added Founders Pack, it might be $22 or $23. So yeah, but well worth it. Well worth it. I mean, come on. When it comes to an early access game, I'll tell you right now, they could almost not do anything else to this game except for a single quality of life release, fix some fixes. It would be worth the money in comparison. And I say that in all honesty, in comparison to other games that have been released, even like completed games nowadays, this game's right. I mean, it's right on the button. I'm sure. I mean, there's some quality of life stuff that needs to be done on this game. Absolutely, there's some stuff that it still isn't working quite right, and there's large pieces of the map. All this radiated area is all part of the map that we'll be able to go to at some point. But this game is absolutely worth every penny that I've paid for it. I've got 300 hours, close to 300 hours into this game at this point, and okay, we gotta get away from that. And so just for the $20 I paid for it, that's worth it. But I will 100% say it. I am pretty damn addicted to this freaking game. I like Satisfactory. Don't get me wrong, Satisfactory is a great game. I really do enjoy that game a lot. But there was things about Satisfactory that they blatantly said, we're not putting in Satisfactory. And this game said, that's fine, we'll go and do it. You do have a food and water element to this game. So you do have to pay attention to your hydration and your food. It's not overwhelming at this point. It's not like something that you're spending a lot of time just trying to do food and water. It's not like that at all. Not even a chance. But you do have to pay attention to it, and it is something that you have to, deal with. It's not overwhelming. It doesn't dominate the game, but it's there. And then you have more creatures that you actually have to fight. And so in that case, in Satisfactory, they came out and said, yeah, we're not doing that. And I'm okay with that. I mean, that's their game. That wasn't what they made it for. I swear that I saw, okay, it's up on that thing, and I can't get up there. I was looking for some more iron, and it's not there. Well, it is there, but I can't get to it yet. So let me show you the bugs. These are the things that you have to fight a lot. And exploration is mandatory. Like in Satisfactory, all you got to do is find, satisfy the stuff that has to go in the elevator, and then that's it. You don't have to, you get the blueprints just by getting to the next level with the space elevator. In this one, you've got to go find blueprints. They're in the world, and you've got to go find them. There you are. This is just one type of bug. There's four or five. More coming, though. There was another one. He went into the rock, which is... Yeah, there he is. Some of this stuff they got to figure out. But, yeah. So, fun stuff. It's a great game. Love it. Been addicted to it. Since it came out, I have put the only game I put more time in is... No. This is... In the last month and a half, I've put more time in this game than any other game that I've played. Even 7 Days to Die. But well worth it. Well worth it. If you have any interest in factory type games, and I say that with there's a lot of caveats to that. Like, my wife never played Satisfactory. She's never played any game that had factory elements to it. Never really had any interest in it. But she plays this game with me, and she's actually finding it pretty fun to play. And so that should give you something. She's never been a player of these types of games, and she actually enjoys this game. But it gives you so much to do. There's so many different ways to play this game, and I think that's also one of the reasons that I like it and support it, is just like 7 Days to Die, everybody's going to play this game differently. And that's okay, because it's made to give you that freedom. And I like freedom in my video games. Love it. All right, so we've got that stuff building. Let's go stop back over there and see if we've got 300 built up so we can turn it on. And what are we at? We are right at 3 hours. Let's go see where we're at here. I'll stick my nose in up here because there's lots of bugs in here. Hello, boogie bugs. Come on. Come on, boogie bugs. Where you at? Are these guys not going to respawn? Can I kill them all? No, come on, you guys are here. Maybe I cleared it out and they're not going to grow. They're not coming back. Which I think in some areas they do that. They don't come back. No biggie. Okay, where are we at? Ooh, looks like we might have 300. We have 300. All we have is almost 400. Okay. What do we need? Who is doing, your valves. You don't need valves. You don't need valves. Your valves. Okay. So we're turning that on. Turning that on. And turning that on. All right. Now we're going to pump off and ship valves off to the space gods. Yeah, and this game is absolutely 100% that way. You have, oh, we got a rupture coming. I'm in the wrong spot to give you a good view of the rupture. Maybe we could get there. Let's see if we can get there. I want to give you a cool view of the rupture. So this game is called StarRupture, and the star explodes basically every 45 minutes or so. And it's about to do that, and it wipes the plant life and the animal life off the map. All the buggy bugs die, and that gives you an opportunity if you want to go explore without having to fight anything. You wait till a rupture goes off, and then you can go explore, and there's no bugs. There's nothing that's going to attack you and cause you damage, and you'll have to fight. So if you're that, again, it gives you that freedom to decide. Here, let's do it from here. This gives you a good view. Get the gun out of my hand. There we go. And this is slightly terrifying. Do countdown. Man, look at that factory run down there. Look at that little factory run. So perfect. Whoosh. And done. And then your factory stops because it basically overheats. And you have to wait till it cools off again. But this would be the point in time you run off and you go explore if you don't want to fight any of the creatures. Because they're all dead right now. And so you can take off and explore and do whatever you want. And then they'll spawn back. They'll come back. And when they do, then you have to fight them. But they give you good weapons, and you got choices for guns and those kind of things like that aren't an issue, in my opinion. If you get caught in the wrong spot at the wrong time, yeah, they'll get you. And there's a slight, 10% loss of your equipment if you die. So there's a little penalty. It's not horribly bad. But it comes with a double jump just to start with. Whee! Ugh. But as all this cools off, it'll open up to being back to being blue, and there goes. Off we go. And then everybody goes back to work. But you have the heat management. If you get too much stuff put in too many places, then the heat goes up too high, and then it won't turn back on, or you have to, there's things you can do to manage the amount of heat that your stuff creates. I don't know, it's fun stuff. It's good stuff. Game works pretty well. The first official update is coming here really soon. And so that's something that a lot of people are looking forward to, because it's going to have a lot of the quality of life items and bug fixes that need to be done in the game. So that's coming hopefully here in the next couple weeks. It's exciting. This game's exciting. I'm super stoked about it. It's quite the game. Lots of fun stuff to it. Lots of elements to it. Even early access, they have the multiplayer plugged in for it already, which is super cool to have. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call that a stream. We're at 3 hours, 7 minutes. We did batteries today, and we got valves going. Tomorrow, we're going to have to do some exploration and building some more bases further out. There's some stuff that we need to find. We're missing at least two blueprints, at least two, that we need to go find. We don't have any access to that we're going to need. The Mega Press here's got one. The turbines, we're going to need turbines, and these electromagnetic coils, we're going to need those. We do need to get items for this pressurized helium setup, so we can get that. We do need to get some super magnets set up, so we can do those. We'll be able to do the valves, put that in there, but we can't unlock pumps until we have 200 turbines. So we got a little bit of work we got to go do. We got to go find. We got a couple items that we haven't unlocked that when we do, we're going to need lots of materials for. One is this compounder. We're going to need to get that sorted at some point here. And the other one is this assembler. Compounder needs us to do hardening agent and pressurized helium. The assembler needs turbines, which we can't even make yet. So yeah, we got lenses, and we're doing valves right now, which would be great. Solar generator 2, that's awesome. And then we really need to get to this rail 3. I need this rail 3 so bad, but we got to do pump and pressurized helium to get there. And these bigger storages would be really nice too. So we got some work. We're getting there, piece at a time. One option at a time. We are now up to 41 hours of gameplay for streaming on this world. Make sure that saves and says 42 hours. 42 hours on this one. That's this one. And I'll show you my addiction here, okay? This is my fifth playthrough. I'm up to 65 hours in that game. Christy and I's game, we're up to 53 hours in this one. And then I've just got a testing one. I'm up to almost 6 hours there. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm putting in the hours on this game. And that's how fun it is. That's how much I've been enjoying it. It's pretty awesome. Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it We will be back at 6 Eastern Time, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific, for 7 Days to Die. That's right. We'll be back with 7 Days to Die. Survivalist difficulty. We finally made it to the wasteland. We unlocked the wasteland and we started a new base. We started a new base up in the wasteland. We've got big questions. Big questions. Like, do we make a full-time base up in the wasteland? The city that is there is massive. So we would have lots of questing we could do, lots of stuff we could do. Wow, Wolf, thanks for stopping by and giving all that love. I appreciate that. So we've got a lot coming up with 7 Days to Die. In 50 minutes, in about 50 minutes, we'll be back. I'm going to take a little break, stretch my legs, get something to chew on, and then we'll be back. 7 Days to Die, survivalist difficulty. We will see you all there.